Well, well, well. How do you do? How do you do? Welcome back to the vlog. New surroundings. New me. Not really. It's the same old me. Here we are in the Pyrenees, in southern France. You got Spain right over there, a few kilometers that way. Some beautiful mountains. I'm sitting next to the river. Hopefully it isn't too noisy. And hopefully I won't get eaten up by bugs. I will admit I'm a bit sweaty, because it is very hot. It's in the middle of summer, it's in southern France, and one tends to get a bit warm in southern France in the middle of summer. So I'm a bit sweaty. Probably that isn't a problem for you, unless you're in the future and you're watching this on some kind of like, I don't know, AI super upscaled super scalar that's can synthesize the smell of whatever is on your screen right now. If you're watching this through Smell-O-Vision in 2055, then I'm sorry, I apologize. Anyways, the vlog is back. I'm back. I haven't had a lot of time to do this recently, but here I am again. And I have a bit of an agenda, Brenda. Let's see what's on the menu. First order of business, the Pyrenees. This is it. I live here in a village in the middle of nowhere, and it's absolutely amazing. I got a job here working during the summer, helping out at an artist residency. I'm having the time of my life. Currently we've got Laraji visiting, the absolute legend Laraji, ambient new age type of person, and I've been hanging out with him for about a week's time now, and it's been really, really wonderful. He's such a wonderful person, and he's really inspiring to be around. So it's a lot of a meditation and laughter and doing like ambient sound baths around here, and hanging out and having fun and bantering. So that's really nice. But yeah, I'll be here for a while, so you should see something along these lines in terms of backdrop again in the future in this vlog. Anyways, next order of business on my agenda, podcast. I've been doing I've done a podcast, or I was interviewed for a podcast on the Lake Radio. I was interviewed by Timmy and Louise. They came to Sound Art Lab in Struer. Shout out to Sound Art Lab, where I was in residency a few months ago. And they came there to interview me about the process behind Empty Cloud, which is, if you haven't seen, it's this 12-hour minimalist background music album that I released earlier this year in 2025. I told a bit of the personal history behind that and the process from that, and how I hit my head, had to sit in a dark room alone for a long time with a concussion, and how tea became a vital gateway to the world of senses for me for a long time, and how that has influenced the composition process, and how the slow attitude to life that came from that has influenced the way I think about music. And I was quite nervous about it going in, but there was nothing to be nervous about, because Timmy and Louise, they were really professional, they were well prepared, so I just felt comfortable all the way through. It's been a while since we did it, and it came out recently, and I forgot what I had said in the podcast, and I started to get nervous, thinking, oh no, what if I said something incriminating, something terrible, something I can't remember, or whatever. I've listened back to it, and I think it's rather sensible, and I'll put a link below so you can check it out. I hope you will, because they really did a nice job with it, in spite of having me as the guest. Next order of business, I got a grant. I'm applying for tons of grants and getting a lot of rejections, which is fine. That's how it is. But sometimes they get accepted, and this time I got a letter of acceptance from the Danish Composers Union and Koda Kultur, it's a rights organization in Denmark. So I got a grant to research into a composition process inspired by mycology. So more concretely, I'm going to research into the latest knowledge about how mycelium networks work and think. So if you don't know, mycelium is the network that combines, it's the network between mushrooms. Mushrooms are the fruits of mycelium, so it's this beautiful network, and it covers everywhere around us. And mycelium is incredibly interesting, and it's something that I have gotten more and more interested in. And what they found out recently is that mycelium networks are able to make decisions. They transport nutrition across this whole network, sometimes tens of kilometers. They can send electric impulses over the network, and they can figure out where to focus all of their water pressure to, for example, break through pavement, asphalt, etc. And so I got this idea because I was reading about slime mold and this experiment that was done in Japan, where they took some slime mold, which doesn't have a mycelium network because it's an amoeba, but they took some slime mold and they sort of tasked it with finding an optimal pathway for the Tokyo subway. So they built like a mini Tokyo where the stations were bits of oat and the buildings were light because the slime mold doesn't like light. So they tested it out, and lo and behold, they found out that this slime mold was able to make a very optimized Tokyo subway network that kind of resembled the real deal. And so I'm thinking, how can we harness this thinking, not from the slime mold, but going even further, looking at mycelium networks. How can we harness that and turn it into music? And so the end product is going to be some kind of essay. I'm not sure where it's going to be published, but it will be published. And I'm going to try to figure out some concrete composition techniques we can use inspired by mycelium. And I'm going to make some algorithms. So I'm excited about that. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is also to get myself prepared for Aggregate Festival, which I'm doing in September in Berlin. I've got a commission for a piece there for a mechanical organ, and I started finally composing that, and it's going really well actually. And so I'm reminded in this process of this technique that kind of just works every time for me when I have to compose something. And the technique is deconstruction. And this may be obvious to a lot of people, but if it isn't obvious to you, then let me just quickly recap what this method is. And basically, what I like to do is look at some music that I like and try to deconstruct it somehow, either using the score, if there is a score, or looking at it in Sonic Visualizer. Sonic Visualizer is a free software that you can play audio in, and you can analyze it, and you can see what the chords and what the notes are quite easily. So that's really good if you don't know how to read sheet music, or if you don't have the sheet music. You can quite precisely see what notes are played. And so I've been doing that, and it's been really cool. I've been looking at Philip Glass, and I'm still looking at Philip Glass. Some of his pieces from Glassworks. I'm looking at some of them and trying to see, okay, what is it that I like in some of these pieces? And I'm going to pick out the bits that I like and deconstruct them and have a look at the tonality and the rhythm, and especially the relation between different layers of rhythms and arpeggios. And so once that's done, you can abstract it out a bit and say like, okay, like generally this is a relationship between different tempi arpeggios that I quite like, and then you can start doing all sorts of things with it. Then it's just an abstract algorithm, and you can deconstruct it even further and mess it up. And so that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm trying to deconstruct some Philip Glass and then mess it up and see what results come out of it. And then also I'm making a lot of like happy mistakes as I go along, where I think I know how to emulate a certain technique, and then I don't, but then I come up with something that sounds cool anyway, and I'm using that as well. So slowly I'm starting to piece together different algorithms that will be played on this mechanical organ in Berlin in September, and I'm super excited about that. Okay, so this leads me to the last order of business. Doing whatever you feel like and feeling pretty good about it. That's what it says here. This is something that I learned quite late in my career, which is this tendency we have to put ourselves and each other into boxes as artists, you know, where, you know, you can become known for doing a certain thing, and then society or norms would have us believe that you should keep doing that thing and not stray from that thing that you are known for, because it's your brand or whatever. And the fact of the matter is you can actually do whatever the fuck you want, pretty much. So let's say you're known for making string quartets, and all of a sudden you want to make a piece of sound art, or you want to make a painting, or you want to write a poem, or whatever. If you feel like doing that, I say just do it. And who cares if it's on brand or off brand? Because this thing is this like brand thinking, and even for like tiny underground avant-garde experimental stuff, I see this again and again, you know, this thinking that, oh, this is, you're used to doing this certain thing. We're used to seeing you doing this certain thing. Like, why are you doing this other thing that's not this certain thing that you're known for? It's sometimes a question I ask myself, and I have been asked. So the thing is, that is sort of like a capitalist way of thinking. You're trying to it's a capitalist mode of thinking about your art practice or music practice, because it makes it easy to have a brand. It makes it easy to create commodities, and it makes it able for people to easily digest it. And what is it? And according to your brand, etc. But fuck that. If you feel like doing whatever, just do it. And if it feels good, just keep doing it. It doesn't matter if it's on or off brand, or who likes it or don't like it, or if it's cool within a certain community or if it's uncool within a certain community. If you feel like doing it, just do it. Yeah, so that's what I have been doing lately, and it's working out quite well for me, I think. It might confuse some other people who've been following my work, but for me it's nice. I'm doing a lot of things that interest me, so I have an idea and I try to follow that idea no matter kind of what it is. And if it's something that I don't know how to do, like technically or in terms of techniques, then I just try to learn how to do it, and that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll close off there, and I'll return again soon with another video talking more about some other projects that I'm making up here. All right. Ooh, there's a lizard. Hey, guy.